Okay, last time what we saw, mm, we saw HTML and JavaScript.
Yes.
So we saw JavaScript and CSS. We saw so much validations, like how to do validation of a particular field by reading the value, whether we and user provided the value or not, and changing the color of a text field, labels, background, all those things we saw, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Now today we will see Ajax. Okay, let me tell you the what is the purpose of Ajax, and we'll see that implementation later. So today what we will do, we will display first one drop down like countries. Okay, country. So
Yeah.
it's one drop down. Okay, here it will display one drop down. So it is having all the list of countries.
Right.
Okay, and the second drop down is provinces. Okay,
Yes.
so this is also list of drop down. So based on the change, let's suppose you are changing drop down from US. Okay, so then it should display all US related provinces.
Right.
So again you are changing from US to UK. So it should display all US related provinces. So whenever you are doing any change here, right? So if you are doing any change, it should go to the server and it get back to the corresponding provinces list, and it should
Right.
populate the this drop down. So that is the main agenda of this one. So what is the advantage of this one? So here, right, let's suppose say for instance we have some other fields also, some other fields like I mean, like first name, last name, you filled all those things. And there is another field called like country and provinces. So whenever you are changing one field, and if you want to populate another field without submitting the form, without resetting the rest of the fields, in that case, you can go for Ajax and you will get the response. Okay. So that is the main purpose. Okay. Let me open Eclipse and I'll show you one
So as
sample.
only Ajax actually using to select such types of some drop down, the main functional.
That is one example. So say for instance, there is so many things. Let's say for instance, there is one text box is there.
Yeah.
Okay, and you are entering some value.
Yeah.
Okay, after entering the value, and if you after come out, just you come out from the text field, and if you come out from the text field, if you want to do some validation of the text field, whether it is a valid one or invalid one or something, and based on that, if you want to display some message without submitting the form, just you are typing something, and once you come out from the text field, if you want to display this is a invalid password, this is a invalid or not sufficient, something like that.
Okay.
So you will see sometime, right, whenever you are typing the password, immediately downside it will display weak password, strong
Right. Right.
password.
Right.
So that is also there in Ajax. So they, and whenever you some, let's suppose sometime if you see the Gmail, right, um, first time when you are creating an account, you need to provide some user Gmail ID. So if you provide some Gmail ID, it will say already exist.
Right.
But you are not submitting anything, just you are typing and it is saying immediately it's already exist.
Right.
So how it is going, whatever you are typing, it is taking that field, it is reading the field value and it is going to the server, it is validating, it is come back, it is saying this email is already exist. Please try some different one. Correct?
Right. Yeah.
So these kind of validations will be happening through Ajax.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let me open Eclipse. Okay, let me type, and I'm going to create a new project.
Yeah. So Ajax is a different things, or is also a part of related Java.
It's a part of JavaScript
JavaScript.
and HTML.
Okay.
Okay. Now this is our new project, and inside that I'm going to create a one HTML. So the page name I had given Ajax example dot
Yeah.
html.
Okay.
So here, right, what I want to display, I'm trying to create a table. So how to create a table? This is the parent tag called table, and inside the table I want to create two rows. The first row is having two columns. Okay, this is first row, and the first column is having country.
Okay.
Okay, the second column I'm trying to hard code some of the states. Select the first country name is US and second country name is UK. I think this one we have already saw, right, Mustafa?
Yeah.
So this how to display the drop down, I think we have already saw in the previous sessions, right?
Right.
So this sessions, like in previous session we saw like a student registration there. We used to display the university name,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
Okay, the similar way, I mean, right now we are displaying the drop down. Okay, so this is the first row. First column is having country, and second column we are displaying some country names. Okay, and in the second column, sorry, in the second row, what I'm trying to display, the first column is province. Sorry, the first column is having a label called province. Okay, and the third column, I am not populating anything. Just I'm writing one tag called div. Okay, inside the tag div, what I'm trying to implement. So inside the div, what I'm trying to implement one of the drop down. Select and provide the value as a option. Select. Yes, this is the one. Okay, so this is the drop down creation. Now let me run it and we will see whether it's displaying properly or not. Okay. Okay, let me deploy this application into the server and we will see whether how it is displaying. Okay, what is our page name? Ajax example. Ajax example.html. Okay, correct. Now country drop down is displaying, right?
Yeah.
So let me select country as a US. Does it populating anything?
No.
No.
Just
I changed country UK, nothing. I changed country to India, it's nothing, correct?
yeah.
So now whenever I'm changing country, it should go to the server and it should come back with corresponding provinces, correct?
Yeah.
So right now it is not happening. So how to populate that value? So we need to write some other JavaScript which will read the selected country name and it should go to the server, it should come back with the corresponding provinces. Okay,
Yeah.
and here right we need a server basically right now we don't have any server which will give you the provinces for a related country. So for that purpose what I will do, I will write a server. So this server right now you can just ignore it when I'm explaining the servlet, so that time you will get clear picture.
Okay.
Let me write a server called Ajax server. So this part you can ignore, maybe now you will not understand, you will not get clear picture. So I have already server. So what I will do, I will copy that one instead of typing, so that I don't want to waste time. So this one, this server, right? When I'm explaining the servlet, so that time I will explain in more details, so that you will get clear picture. For time
Yeah.
being, you can ignore this server.
Okay.
Okay, now I want to start my server. Let me start the server and you will see the server is ready or not. Yes, now server is ready, correct? Server is running. So basically this is a server program. Okay, and Ajax example, it is a client. Okay,
Yeah.
and go to this example. So like I said, right, let me clear it. So this is a client, correct?
Yeah.
And it is going to the server and it is coming back. This is a server and this is a client.
Yeah.
Every time it is going to the server and it is coming back with the response, correct?
Yeah.
So that's what I have written, two programs. One is server, another is client.
Yeah.
Okay, now the server is ready. You see that the message, right? Server also is running and our client program also is running. I think for our client, right, we saw that drop down values, correct?
Yeah.
So let me open Ajax example. Yeah. So this is our client. So our client also running, so that we can able to see the drop down. Okay, now our server also running, so that's what we can able to see. Server is ready, correct? Server is ready and client is ready. So now what I had to do, so here, right, I had to write some other code, means that Ajax. So which will first inside the Ajax, before writing the Ajax, we had to read the selected values, the selected country, correct? So let me write a tag called script. So this is also JavaScript only. So a JavaScript tag is ready. Inside that, what I had to do, I had to write a function.
Okay.
Populate, not populate, read country name. So this is the function. So when this function should be called, whenever you are changing the country name, then immediately we have to read the country, correct? So inside the select, there is a field called on change. So whenever you are doing any change here, so we had to read the corresponding country selection and we have to display here. So
Okay.
where country name equal to document dot. So let me give here our form name. So our form name I had given as Ajax.
Okay.
So now what I want to do, I want to read the current selected country name. Document dot form name dot. What is the field name I had given here? Country.
Okay.
Country dot value. Correct.
Yeah.
Now let me print alert and let me see whether I can able to read the country, selected country or not. Okay, let me refresh it. Okay, let me. UK is coming, right?
Yeah.
And let me read India. India is coming. Let me read US. US is coming. This is perfect, right? This is so far it's clear, right? So far we saw, I mean, existing, I mean, known code only, correct?
Yeah.
How to display the drop down, how to read the drop down value, and how to display the drop down value in alert. Okay, now what I want to do, so basically now we have to write some standard Ajax code, sample code. I will copy from the other page. So this standard Ajax code is common everywhere. So only thing is we need to change two parameters. I will tell you the parameters what need to be changed. Okay, let me copy the sample code. So this is, it's a sample code and it is common for everywhere. This is the sample code. So let me paste it. Yeah. So now I will explain you these lines, everything, each and everything, and what is the purpose. The first one is right. So where HTTP equal to new XML HTTP. So basically, right, if you want to prepare or if you want to send, if you want to raise a request from your browser, so we have to create a request object. That is XML HTTP request object. Okay.
Okay.
So like in Java, how we are creating an object. So in the similar way, we have to create an object for XML HTTP request. This is inbuilt class in JavaScript. Okay. Now you created an object. So from that object, we have to call a function. It's already changed. It's a function basically. Okay. So
Yeah.
we have to create a function. Okay. Inside that, you need to do something, so that these two lines you can ignore. Okay, so this is a request object, right? So for this request object you have to give some of the arguments. The first name is method. For time being you can ignore. The second one is, it's very important. So this is the server information. So you have to go to the server and you have to come back, right? So this is the server name, basically server URL. Okay,
Yeah.
and when we are going to the server you need to give some input, right? The input is your country name, what country you are selected, that you have to give as a input. This is that country name, country equal to country name.
Yeah.
Okay, this as a input for your server, and the server will give back you the response, correct?
Yeah.
So whenever you get the response back from your server, you have to read whether response you got success or not. If you get response success, means you need to check the status code as a 200. You get proper response from the server,
Okay.
and you need to get it's a phases. Server will give you the response in a phase by phase. So if you status code equal to 200 means you got 100% response, and ready status equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. So basically server reached the request, server received the request, server is processing your request, and server is get send back your response. So basically these are the phases, right? Receiving the request and processing the request and send back the response, correct?
Okay.
So these are the phases, and it will based on that you will get the corresponding codes. Like ready status equal to 0 means server has received the request, 1 means it's processing the response, 2 means it's sending the response, and 4 means it's received the response, correct? So that's what we are checking the codes. If everything is perfect, then you have to update one of your field div, correct? So I have written a tag called div. So what is the purpose of this div? Once you got response back from the server, so you have to update this entire div with the server response. So that's what I am doing here. Document.getElement by id. So this is the states. Let me give our div name as a states. Okay, once you got the response back from the server, you had to replace this div with server response, correct? So I'm reading the document.getElement by id inner html equal to http dot response text. So basically I'm displaying server response here. I'm updating this entire content div content with server response, correct? Okay, now let me run it and we will see the request. So I told you, right, this is a server information, correct? So now what is our server port number? Let me go back. So this is your server, right? The server port number is all 2. So let me change it to 2, 2. And example, what is your application name? Ajax server. So this one I will explain you later. Okay, for time being, just you can try to understand what we are passing and what we are trying to get. Okay, let me refresh it. Okay, let me try in Firefox RIE. Okay, now I'm trying to select the country as UK, and the selected value is UK. And did you see that it's not populating, right? Let me see what is happening. Go to our Eclipse, come back. Okay, server is ready, and let me hit again one more time. Document dot country equal to country name. Shit, why am modifying here? Yeah, let me display some alert messages so that we can able to see what values we are getting from the server.
Okay.
Okay, now let me go back and restart it. Let me select UK. So it is getting as UK, India, and it is coming. Okay, let me test server whether it is ready or not. So this is the country name. It's basically it's telling compilation errors. HTTP servlet cannot be resolved. This there is an error. So we need to fix this one. So the import cannot be okay. Let me fix it. Okay, let me right click properties. Yes, now errors are gone. Application is redeploying. Let me restart the server. Okay, now it's fine. Let me refresh our page. So this is our page. Let me select US. US is going, and let me see the response. It's not coming. Now it is working. Let me submit it. Let me select US. It's going and it's coming. Right. India. It is not updating. Why? Why? Okay, let me see if there is some spelling mistake. country name. Country name is there in HTTP. Okay, yeah, fine. Let me restart again. Okay, UK, India. Basically, it is not going to that place itself. So where it's XML, XTPP already. Okay, let me remove it. Country name. Okay, let me redeploy the application again one more time. Maybe the deployment is some problem. Redeploy, add and remove. Finish it. Restart the server.
Okay.
Okay, US. It is not changing, right? Okay, what is the value? Document dot ajax dot country name. Country name is coming. Okay, what I will do, I will try the same example in Firefox. Let me see what is that issue. Maybe some browser compatibility. Okay, now let me change the UK, US. It's not populating basically. There is some issue. The server is ready basically. There is a client side. There is some validation is wrong. Okay, let me read this client again back. Where XHTTP continue XML HTTP request on change document dot get element by ID. Now HTML HTTP response country name Ajax server. The port number is 200. All twos, right? Correct. So this is open bracket, close bracket, open bracket, close bracket, and this is the response. And you are reading document.ajax.country.value, and you are selecting the value. US, UK, India. So this is the country name. Let me print it. Alert. One colon, country name. So to country name, send it. Country third. Okay. Okay, refresh it. Sorry, this is the one. Yeah. So now let me change to UK. First one, second, till second we are getting the alert. Okay, let me add one more alert inside the already change. Let me add this one as a 4. It is not going. There is something is wrong. Oh, what is this variable name? Yeah, did you see there? The the mistake is, what is the country name here? Country. Country. So this variable name and this variable name is wrong. Correct? Did you see that this variable name and this variable name what I declared?
So both are same.
It is wrong. Country name. Coun.
Yeah,
Spelling mistake is there, right?
yeah,
This spelling and this spelling is wrong, right?
yeah,
So this is correct spelling. See, country name, and this is Counrty. Correct?
yeah. This is little. Yeah,
So that is the main issue. Change it. Now it will work because I copy pasted that code and there is a spelling mistake. It was not killing us. It wasted our time. So I selected US, right? All alerts should come now. So now the US province it is displaying
yeah.
all US. Let me change it to UK. Okay, let me remove the alerts. Otherwise, it will display every time. Let me remove all the alerts. Basically, here I am passing a wrong spelling. So that's what you are not getting any response back. Okay, remove this one also. So for server, I will modify a little bit change. I don't want this one. Okay, now let me restart the server and we'll try again. Okay, now I did restart. Let me change to UK, US. So what are the provinces are displaying?
Okay, but
US
we
one.
didn't add US 1 to 3. Did
Yes.
you add in the code?
So these are coming from the server. I already added inside the server. These values already there. Okay, let me give back some different one. UK. So now what are the provinces you will see?
Yeah,
UK1, UK2, UK3. Let me select India. So what are the values you will see here? APKATN. Correct?
yeah,
So these are values already there inside your server. So based on your selection, it will populate. Now US related provinces. Now UK. UK related provinces. Now India again. And India related provinces. Now go back to US. It change. Correct? So So here we are not submitting the form, right? So why, what is the purpose of this one? Now let me go back to this page again, modify something little bit I want to add. So basically I want to add another row tr. First column is td. First name. And as part of second column, I want to display text box. Okay, now go back to our page. So this is our page, right? So now what I want to do, I want to write here name. After that, I want to select my country. After that, I want to select my corresponding province. So here my first field is not changing, correct? So whenever I'm changing country, I'm changing India. Again, I want to select something. Did you see that first field is not changing, correct?
yeah,
But the third one is its popularity. It's keep on changing. So based on your change, it is changing, correct?
yeah,
So this is the main purpose of Ajax. Correct? You understand, right now?
yeah.
So this is
Can
very.
you can you go to code please?
Yeah.
Okay, here actually in the code actually, uh, in the country you added the three countries, but after that,
Mhm.
did you add something drop down? If you go, can you go a little down?
Yeah. So
Uh,
here you will not see any values.
yeah, there is no state or something else you didn't add it.
There is no state. Everything is coming from the server. See here,
Okay,
just for dummy purpose, I had first time when we are loading the page. Let me open. So this is the first time we are loading the page. So the default, you will not see any states.
yeah,
So based on your selection, Then I will populate this drop down.
But this drop down actually you added in the code, but
This
coding
drop down is there already in the server side. So it may be
so
in the code. This is a code basically, server code.
okay, yeah. So this is another code for the server, no?
Yes, yes. This one maybe I will explain in the next class.
Okay,
How to write these servlets. This is a Java basically.
okay,
So this one I will explain as part of next class how to create server. I mean, basically how. So now I think you saw right on click of some change we are calling some Java code and we are getting back. Correct.
yeah.
So based on your selection, you are calling server. Server means you are calling your Java code and you are executing something and you are getting back something. Correct.
Yeah.
So ultimately, you have to write your Java code.
This is core Java.
This is basically it's a servlet. Inside that we are writing a core Java. It's like a Java file, right? So this is also Java file. It is the public class name, correct?
Yeah.
And inside that everything is core Java only.
Okay.
I mean today this is clear, right? You have any questions?
Okay. Actually, I think I have to say,
Yeah,
actually, you
yeah,
know,
fine, fine. Yeah, you can practice it. And if you have any questions,
because some point actually I lost. Okay, I have to see this video when you send it.
yeah, yeah,
So when you're going for the next class, actually, then I can. Okay,
yeah.
now my question is that
Mm-hmm.
where should I go for the Ajax? Because last 2 days actually I was looking into the
Mm-hmm.
uh, uh, HTML and the JavaScript. So
Okay.
it's actually lots things, but I'm trying from you give the W3 school and I'm following
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So yeah, as you were going with the flow, but I'm getting not that much fast. So
Mm-hmm.
so
Okay, fine, fine. Yeah. So you
yeah.
want some web URL which will give some more information about Ajax?
Yeah. So if you
Okay.
give a book, now then I can read it because what you are writing,
Mm-hmm.
maybe I'm understanding, but when I can want to do something further, maybe I'll be lost.
Yeah, that's what I had given very, very simple example. Why? Because we are in starting stage, right? So we need to see very simple example. We don't want to see some 10 fields, 12 fields, so that you will confuse. That's what I have written only 3 fields,
Yeah.
just to make understand very easy. After
Yeah.
that, you can improve the problem statement, a very complex one.
Right. Right. So which one? Can you give some reference for
Yeah,
Ajax? Or
let's suppose if you will ask a reference, right? Maybe you can go for W3 school. They will give some basic example.
this example?
Yeah.
Because you told that W3, sorry, Ajax is more important. So
Correct. You will get questions, some interview questions. If you go for interview, if you say I know Ajax, they will ask, okay, I will tell you one more parameter advantage. So in the URL. So here I'm mentioning the true. Did you notice that? So what
yeah,
is the purpose of true? It's a boolean you can able to pass either true or false.
yeah,
So what is the purpose of true means? So let's suppose you are doing some change and you are hitting server, correct?
yeah.
Once you hit the server. Then let's suppose, say for instance, to give the response, server will take 1 minute.
Yeah,
Just assume.
yeah,
So server need to do lot of calculation for your request, and after that it can give back the response 1 minute or maybe 2 minutes.
right.
So if you don't want to wait for server, if you want to do something else, if you don't want to wait for server response, if you want to do something else, then we have to make this flag as a true, independent of server response. So you can able to do something in the page,
Okay,
then you mark it as a true.
true.
If you don't want to do anything else until getting the response, then mark it as a false.
Okay,
So that is the significance of this flag. And the second argument is URL, and you are giving input for that server information, and this is a method. Basically this method I will explain when I'm going to explain the servlets, right? So that time I will explain clearly what is this method and what is the different possible values and what is the significance of this method. And the final method is send. So once you call this method, then the request will be raised, and means you are trying to hit the server.
Okay.
So that is the purpose of the send method. And now go back to the
Copied
W3.
actually the we copied some of the upper portion.
Yeah, that is a standard code.
Okay, that's actually you will get from somewhere else.
Yeah, that you can get it from internet also. That is not a problem. Copy from anywhere, right? If you go for internet also, you will see same code.
Okay.
See that if you see any difference here,
Oh, I got it. Yeah.
same thing. So they are writing where XML already function HTTP, they are calling, and this is their server. Basically, they are not going to the server. They are trying to read one file.
Fine. Yeah.
Okay, maybe that file will be there in the same location or different location or anywhere. They are reading the file and they are displaying the some content.
Yeah.
So okay, now we'll go to the text. This is the best example, best URL. Let me ping you.
Okay. Yeah. The W3 school, no?
Yes, correct. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
you can read this one. You will get basic idea. Very good basic idea.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, whatever you give, I'm just going through in details so that actually I can work. Whenever you're giving some work, I can go with the flow. So
Correct.
yeah, whatever you give me, I'm trying my best.
I think here also they explained same thing. Did you see that browser,
Yeah.
internet? It's going to the server and it is processing your HTTP request and create a response and send data back to the browser.
Right.
And this is a browser means client
Fine. Yeah.
server. It's
Yeah.
going and coming back.
Yeah.
And now go back to the some other example. Okay. So this they are explaining what is XML HTTP request.
Yeah. Got it. Yeah.
Variable equal new age. So so here, right, there is another important point is, so it's basically browser based. Which browser you are using? You are using Firefox or IE or Chrome or something else.
Yeah.
So that they will check here. So based on the window, they are going to create object.
Yeah.
So this one is the new point. Maybe I have not explained. You can read it out. So this is same thing. So they will explain what is the get method, what is the URL, what is the true significance, what is the send. They will explain everything, each and everything a little bit more here. See here they're explaining send string, and what is asynchronous, the true flag. I told you, right? Here we can pass true or flag. True means asynchronous. False means synchronous.
Okay.
URL, the server URL. The first one is method get or post.
Yeah.
So these are the basic information. So this is the best URL. You can read it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll do that because before this next class, actually, I'll finish it and I'll hopefully it will help me to get the video, and then
Correct.
it's made me more actually close to.
Now at least you got some rough idea, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And you can read this URL. It will give best, information. And next class, right? Like today, whatever I prepared the server, I didn't explain anything much about the server, right?
Yeah.
So as part of next class, I will explain what is this test server servlet and what I have written here. I will explain everything as part of next class.
Okay.
So as part of next class, I will take one login form, username and password. I will enter some username and password, and I will display valid username, invalid username, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, that is the next class.
Yeah.
So you can practice this Ajax as part of today video, and we will start next session servlets and JSPs. So that is very important.
Okay. Before the actual, I'll try to finish the document of
Yes, yes,
the.
you can finish the pending items, this HTML or JavaScript.
Yeah, but one thing is that actually,
Yeah.
uh, you know, JavaScript and HTML is huge, huge, no?
Yes.
So,
It's
yeah,
a very huge. That's why don't concentrate on too much. Just try to get some basic knowledge, like how to read the values, how to
right.
change some basic idea. It's a rough.
Yeah, so I'll do that one. This one is more deep there. Actually,
Ajax, you can spend some time, and if you want, you can spend some time for next concepts like a servlets and JSP. Right? What I'm going to tell. You
okay,
spend
okay,
some time if you need.
okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'll try to get. Is it also in the same the W3 school? I think I can get it some.
Yeah, it is there. It is there.
Okay, yeah, I'll try to finish Ajax and the Surplus JSP so that when you're talking, that I can actually.
You can
Uh,
able to get more details. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine. Thanks.